I find that writing skills, especially in our present generation, is beginning to leave a little to be desired. Should we really be depending on artificial intelligence to develop us? Or rather, should it be the other way around, where artificial intelligence is a tool that we use just on the sidelines to navigate or be used as supplements to our developmental journey? I'm Victoria. You may not note that from the name of this channel, but here I am, Victoria, and I am a lawyer by profession or by training. Most of my work experience has been in the corporate world, corporate finance to be exact. I will not bore you about the details of finance on this channel unless you absolutely want me to, or unless there is a need for it. Instead, there is a different goal for this channel, and that goal is this: why am I not a good writer? I started this video with the preface of why do we allow artificial intelligence to take over our self-development journey, as opposed to using it simply as a supplement, even if ever. Now, I'm not a proponent for not using artificial intelligence, and I'm not in any way against its use. I do tend to use it from time to time if I want to edit a piece very quickly or whatnot. However, I am beginning to find that it may be a detriment to the self-development journey of any aspiring writer. In my journey through the professional world of all that I've done in the past, corporate world, finance world, I came to ask myself the question, or I began to discover something about myself, that I am a lawyer, and there is a popular notion that lawyers are supposed to be good writers. After all, we are supposed to write a lot of legalese, we write legal briefs, we put together documents that typically would be so unclear to a layman, in order that we can present our clients' cases. But that still does not mean that being a lawyer makes for a good writer. And that is the purpose of this channel. That is the goal that I'm setting out to do, and that is the goal that I believe that anyone who is listening to me should be pursuing. I find that writing skills, especially in our present generation, is beginning to leave a little to be desired. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of writing in our world today cannot be compared, obviously, to the way that it used to be in the days of Ernest Hemingway, Jane Austen, C.S. Lewis, who is more recent, but at the same time we can put him in the hallways or in the hallmarks of those that are writers from days gone by. I think, if I may dare to say so, that writing in fact has become quite lazy in our day. Now, I'm not trying to downplay the wonderful works of writers like Stephen King in our present day, all the other excellent writers out there, which we do have today, of course. What I'm saying is that in general and in most cases, a lot of writing works seem to be going down the drain, for lack of a better expression. Let me speak from the perspective of a lawyer for a minute. As I mentioned earlier, in my journey through legal writing, I came to discover that it is expected that anyone who is a lawyer is a good writer. Well, that's not always the case. Indeed, legal writing can be convoluted, hard to understand, unclear. Yet this problem does not just exist with legal writing. It exists in any form of writing. So what is my quest? I am embarking on a journey. And the journey is to discover writing again as it was in the days of old. Yes, I know that we have artificial intelligence to help us today. If we need some cleanup work done with editing, if we want to write an entire book, if we want to do a paper, AI is right there to help us. And again, I am not downplaying the support that artificial intelligence has been providing to us in writing today. However, I do perceive that there is a danger in this dependence that has begun to take over our world. If our expectation begins to be that we want to depend on something to artificially think for us, so to speak, to artificially help us to develop a piece of writing, to artificially express the ideas that are supposed to be deep within us, but we want the artificial intelligence program to bring it out of us. At the end of the day, is it really helping us to exercise our own minds? Is it really bringing out the best in us? Yes, it will produce a book, a paper, a treatise, whatever it is that is being created, and it may be a very good end product. But at the end of the day, will you be left with the satisfaction that that work was actually something that came from deep within you? If it was being helped along by something that's artificially out there doing the work for you. I know that time is money, and artificial intelligence is really helping us today to spin out those works, those books more quickly in order that we can be getting those writings along on the production line and hopefully making money out of it. But for the individual that wants to focus on developing themselves, that wants to reach that place of, if I may, the height of hierarchy, of self-actualization in the area of writing, I do believe that we would have to go through the old-fashioned way of self-development, of looking deep within to be able to bring those words out of us, of being able to articulate in such a way that even the artificial intelligence program cannot say it the way that we do. And that is when true originality comes forth. But I would like to write like the Charles Dickens, like the Ernest Hemingways, like the H.G. Wells. I would like to go back to the days of old and develop my writing ability from those foundations, from within, to be able to bring out that gift, that aura, that something that I really don't believe can be discovered artificially. It has to come from the original me. So let us start this conversation from the grassroots. How would you write like the masters of old? From my perspective, the question to myself is this: can I use my legal skills as a lawyer to be able to develop my writing skills as a writer? Can I make you a master writer with the help of my legal skills? One thing I do know is that I want to achieve writing mastery through lawyering intelligence, if you understand what I mean. I know that it sounds maybe new and very ambitious, but it is the quest for the development of self. To help you understand this journey, I have created a document. It is a document that shows different writers through history, from ancient to modern, and how or the way that they have thought about writing or their writing in order to achieve their self-development or their mastery. I suggest that you take a look at the document and reflect on how you may word it or how you may dissect it into thoughts of your own self-development journey and how you would express it, borrowing from the ideas of those writers of old and modern writers as well.